I just finished watching this instructor on Instagram teaching a tactical lighting class. And I've had guys tell me as it pertains to instruction, I've seen this same instructor demonstrate some of the not only stupid or minuscule type of transitioning techniques, but they're dangerous. And I've seen this guy now because he has 5 or 6 guys, and he's got this really cool website, and they advertise tactical instructor, tactical medic, and all this kind of stuff they're putting out. And I just watched him teach a tactical lighting class, and he is pointing his gun at the entire class the entire time. Now, I don't care what you say. Somebody's going to say, well, Bob, the gun was clear and safe. I don't care. First of all, then that should have been on the video. I didn't see that in the video. All it shows is him talking through a bunch of cool guy techniques, talking about the Ayub technique and the Chapman and the Rogers and Harry's techniques. And even with that, the guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So my position is, if you haven't had real tactical training in that specific discipline, such as tactical lighting. I've taught tactical lighting for the Anti-Terrorism and Force Protection Center for the Department of Defense and the United States Navy. And tactical lighting is one of my specialties, to be honest about it. But this guy is over here waving his gun around and holding his flashlight and talking about these different techniques and constantly muzzling the entire class while he's talking to them. So I hope that one of those students, obviously they didn't, or he wouldn't have showed it, walked right up and just kicked him right in the nuts as hard as they can, because I hate when I see shit like that from people. And then guys tell me, yeah, well, okay, training may not be that good, but it's free. What kind of sense does that make? Bad training is okay because it's free? No. There's an old saying, you get what you pay for. And in this case, you're betting on your life, the safety of you or a family member or a loved one. And it's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable to say, well, it's free, but it's the best we can do. And my position is, and there are a lot of them out there. YouTube, Instagram is full of these guys. Excuse me. Coffee kicking in. But YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, social media, Patreon, they're full of these guys. And I get it, some training is better than no training, but how do you identify what is bad training? I can tell you that, and I pointed out some, because the latest thing in martial arts is Krav Maga, Israeli Defense Force. And what they don't tell you is that the majority of these Krav Maga guys take a 2-week class in the military so they can learn very, very, very basic fighting techniques. When it comes down to it, then these guys end up being like a green belt in a good martial art. They're at the average level. And the same thing's happening with firearms. But with firearms, you can't afford to make a mistake, because guys are putting out information that's going to get somebody else killed or get them shot. You don't think so? Take a good look at Grandmaster Jay and the NFAC, their recent rally in Louisville. Look at us, man. Look at us. We're all prior military. We're all expert shooters. Well, first of all, the term is expert marksman, not expert shooters. And apparently not, because you've got guys walking around with their guns unloaded, other guys with brass sticking out. You have guys constantly pointing their muzzles at other guys in their squads. And at the Louisville protest here this weekend, one guy shot somebody by accident in his own group. Shot somebody in his own group by accident. Let me say that again. So when you think that some training is better than no training, he shot someone in his own group. Several people were injured. And you know what they did? Here's their military experience. Some fat guy and some lady is running around yelling at everybody in the group now, in their militia. They're not rendering first aid. It's a white guy who's screaming for first aid, to scream for a medic. They're over there screaming, take a knee, take a knee. The cameras are rolling, take a knee. The cameras are rolling. So the most important thing is that they look militant. Not that they just shot someone in their own group, but that they look militant. How crazy is that? So when I see these instructors always doing this, and I have guys that are always showing up for classes that are, they want to tell me about their background. Yeah, well, when I was in the Navy, I taught firearms instruction, and yeah, we'll do dynamic movements or something, and then some guy's got to tell me, yeah, I sure do miss doing this. Well, what'd you do? Well, I was a small arms instructor. Well, guess what, dude? You guys don't do that in your curriculum. This is a tactical movement thing that's devised for special operations or tactical units, not for the guy who's teaching a squadron of seamen how to operate their basic pistol course on the shooting range. So that sort of thing always gets under my skin. But just thought I would share that with you guys, because when you're looking for instruction, don't think that just because it's cheap, it's better. That's not true. All you got to do is look and find the right information. If you see some training going on and it looks like it's not right, guess what? It's not right. It's not right. And if you ever see somebody ever waving his muzzle at a group of you, you can consider that a threat. I don't care if he says, well, the gun's unloaded. Well, if the gun's unloaded, he should have had something sticking out of the barrel. When I do a drill like that, the entire class has a empty casing, a large empty casing, like a 223 or 308 casing, sticking out of the ejection port so that every one of us can see. And there's an instructor walking along with that person the entire time. We don't let anybody walk around just waving their muzzles. And I've had it. I had a lady in the last class that raised her muzzle and was like, oh, and then starts giggling about it. So I caught that muzzle, pushed it down, and told her, this is how high you raise the muzzle, no higher. We don't ever point at anyone in our group, period. And it's just that simple. So there's a difference between quantity training and quality training. This is Bob Smith. Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. Check us out on mission.com and like and subscribe. Out.